It has become imperative that I address this Jakpa issue. Every Nigerian youth wants to Jakpa. I understand why.
We all understand why.
This thing has become so alarming that a pastor in Lagos is holding a service titled Jakpa Anointing, and he says everyone should come with their international passport.
Come one, come all. I think he should have titled it, My Village Uncle Allowed Me to Travel Abroad, but since Jakpa is what is reading, okay.
I want to say this. If you have money to process a visa and pay for your flight ticket, it means you are not really poor in this present situation in Nigeria. Yeah, we agree that some people need to relocate, but there are some people that just want to relocate either because their friends are relocating or their relatives are relocating or they are seeing on social media that people are moving.
Pharaoh, let my people go.
But this is what I want to tell you. If you must move, number one, please get a place to stay when you get over there. Don't japa and be loitering around looking for where to squat. Trust me, there are a lot of people who have moved over there and it's tougher for them than when they were in Nigeria.
Yes, there are those doing good, but it is not everyone. Oh. So please, look before you leap. Oh. Try and go genuinely.
But to tell you the truth, this japa has really affected a lot. Go to many government hospitals. The doctors are gone and you don't blame them. You can't stay in a place where your salary is peanuts, yet even to pay the salary is issue. Doctors of all people are old for months. Come on. If you go to Europe and the West, they pay doctors and nurses very well.
Yes, because they are the people who take care of your health.
You have to be alive to go to school. In fact, let's even start from you coming into this world. You need a hospital to be born. You have to be alive before you can contest for election. You have to be alive to vote. You have to be alive to live in a secure country.
You have to be alive to plant agbado, cassava, gari, eba, ewa, beans.
You have to be alive to live in a good house or to use a good road network. The list goes on. So doctors are prioritized in a civilized world. But here, nobody cares because at the end of the day, if they have even common kata, they will fly abroad with the nation's funds to go and spend on their health. So our doctors have had enough and a lot of them are moving out.
When dollar is going up, the price of everything is increasing along. But salary is the only small start that refuses to grow. Except you have money to open your own hospital, that is when you will make your money as a doctor in Nigeria.
Someone that they pay peanut, and even to get the peanut, he's being owed for months. How can such a person save enough money to open an hospital? So the option for them is to move out. But do you know that most of these doctors, before they even leave Nigeria, they already have jobs over there? Someone told me that she went for antenatal in a hospital in Ibadan. She said 2 consultants were attending to them, and all of a sudden one of them said he has an interview. And he left, and there was only one doctor left to attend to over 200 women because she said from the beginning of that week till that day, that was Thursday, they had not had antenatal because there were no doctors.
In congestica dichotomy.
That guy might not be going for interview to work in Nigeria. They apply online to UK, US, Canada, Germany and so on. So they conduct Zoom interview. So before these guys are going over, they already have jobs. So my advice, if you must japa, please have a good exit plan. There is this story on social media of a guy who ran away with 15 million naira contribution money, and he eloped with a side chick and abandoned his entire family here, his children and his wife. So that guy in his mind, he feels 15 million is big money. See, by the time you process visa for 2 people and pay for flight ticket for the 2 of you, trust me, 5 million is almost gone. Please, before you go there, have a good exit plan. Because the whites still practice a lot of discrimination against the black.
And the black themselves, they are not helping matters too.
Not far from the truth. Because I've seen a lot of robbery videos online, and I can tell you 90% are perpetuated by the black guys. That's one of the reasons Dubai sent a lot of Africans packing. So all these things have contributed. Also not forgetting the fact that every black man in America and Europe, they came from Africa. Trust me, there was never a black man in America or in United Kingdom. When they came and took us as slaves to go and work in their farms, that was how the blacks got there. Then when slavery was abolished, all those blacks became citizens of those countries. Because at that time, many of them were children, grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren of the original slaves that were taken from Africa.
So they had nowhere to go back then.
Yes, there was no way to trace their roots back to Africa. So they became citizens. So a lot of blacks are being marginalized by the whites. Yes, because they feel they don't belong there. They feel we are going over there to drag their country with them. But I don't blame them. You know why? Nigeria, Africa, we are supposed to be the greatest in the world. We have all the resources that they ever dreamt of. Why do you think they colonized us? Because they know what we have. They were already advanced in weapons. So when they came to us, they came with guns while we were still using spears, knives, bows and arrows. That was why they conquered most of our kingdoms and established their rule over us.
Just like someone comes to your house, kill your children, overpower you and tell you he is the new owner of the house and is the one that will be giving order. Chai!
Lord Lugard that some people honor, we are not supposed to even have memory of him if you are taught the right history. Lord Lugard undermined the rising of Nigeria. When crude oil was discovered in Nigeria, we were supposed to start the Industrial Revolution before many other parts of the world. But Lord Lugard undermined that. Go and make your finding. Dubai is not wealthier than Nigeria. Dubai has just oil. We have oil, and even till today, they are still discovering oil in some parts of Nigeria. Even in northern part of Nigeria now, they have discovered oil.
Apart from oil, there is no mineral resources in the world that Nigeria doesn't have.
You can say that again. United Kingdom has so much gold and diamonds. How many gold mines do we have in UK? They stole them from Africa. They took away our artifacts. Go to some museum in the UK. Many sculptures stolen from the Benin Kingdom are still there till today. How did they get there? They stole them. But today they call us third world countries.
But do I blame them? No. Nigeria is 60 years old now, after getting independence and freedom from the colonial thieves. But here we are.
Yeah, go and find out when Dubai started developing. Dubai is not supposed to compete with Nigeria. A country where one person can steal over 100 billion naira and another person will steal over 47 billion naira in the same country. And that country is still surviving. We are very wealthy. Buhari's son, Yusuf Buhari, did a wedding and shared iPhones as souvenir.
Not just any iPhone, oh. iPhone that only one costs about 1 million naira.
Is it not the same Buhari that told us in 2015 that he didn't have money to buy tickets to run for presidency? And we were told that some people contributed money to buy the ticket for him. But his son could share iPhones worth 1 million naira each. And some people say they even got up to 2 or 3 iPhones from that wedding. Which means they must have imported containers of those iPhones for the wedding. Where does Yusuf Buhari works? Which company does he own that his father was looking for money to buy presidential tickets? Where did he get such amount of money to spend on iPhones? So the amount of money the Buhari administration has stolen is the worst in the history of this country.
They are the ones in power now. That is why they are covering everything. Don't worry. Let them leave office first. You will begin to understand the damages that they have done to this country. 419 and thieves.
That was how Abacha stole. In fact, there was one big reservoir. It was filled with money that one man stole. That was apart from the ones he stashed abroad that they are still repatriating till date. Unfortunately, the ones that they are repatriating during the APC administration is stolen back.
Once you repatriate them, Lai Mohammed and his team will steal it back.
It was that Abacha money that was stashed inside a reservoir that Abdulsalam Abubakar used to clear all the pension and gratuity that was owed the retired military personnel. What wickedness in this country. People that gave their life to serve and secure the country. They finished service and retired. Instead of you to pay them the money that is due them. They are not asking you to dash them money. Their own rights so that they will not suffer at old age. You rather stole the money.
How much do you want to eat, Seth? How much did Abacha eat before he died? Trust me, all these ones stealing stew, they will die and leave it behind.
The money that is being stolen from Nigeria, if you steal that money from United Kingdom for 2 years, they will collapse without rising again. But Nigeria is still standing. We are a wealthy nation. That's why in 2023, we must not allow thieves to get into power again. Look at how they are stealing from oil. You know, they claim that oil thieves are those who are diverting fuel from Nigeria to the neighboring countries. But do you know that Nigeria bought a particular software for $2.5 billion about 7 years ago by Petroleum Equalization Funds to monitor all the tankers that are lifting fuel from Apapa Wharf? Which means with that software, they can track every tanker's destination, But these same people still came back to tell us that there are people diverting oil out of Nigeria.
So after spending that amount to buy one software, you still have mouth to say people are stealing oil. So why did you buy the software in the first place? Return the money to us now since the software is no longer working. Corruption is wearing agbada in this country.
But guess what? The Comptroller General of Custom came out to say that the amount that the government is claiming that is being stolen by smugglers is not true. He said that it is impossible to smuggle about 38 million liters of fuel on daily basis to other countries. Do you know what that means? According to Falana, you need 500 tankers to move that amount of oil out of Nigeria daily. Let it not be as if I'm talking fallacy. Listen to him yourself.
The Comptroller General of Customs has come out publicly to say that it is impossible to smuggle daily about 38 million liters of fuel.
Sorry, I'll be cutting in so that we won't be given a strike for playing another person's video on our channel.
And you will need at least 500 tankers loading 33,000 liters of fuel per one. Where would they pass?
So which border do 500 tankers of fuel leave Nigeria through? All the tankers going to the east, south, and southeast on daily basis, plying the Lagos-Benin Expressway, I'm sure they are not up to that amount. But the Nigerian government wants us to believe that that is happening. But do you know what that implies? So once government tell you that that amount is missing on daily basis, it means that is the amount they are legally stealing every day.
You know oil is subsidized. Do you know how much they subsidize 1 liter? Multiply that amount by 38 million liters daily and see how much Buhari and his people are stealing every day.
And Nigeria is the only country that comes out where the government will say, we are losing $700 million every day because of oil theft.
Is this not the same Buhari that promised to build one refinery every year if voted into power? Almost 8 years now, he has not built even one. Why didn't he build again? Because if he builds a refinery, our oil will be refined by ourselves, so government will not have the avenue to steal through subsidy money anymore. So the conclusion of the matter is that government is not looking for oil thieves.
Who are the oil thieves? They know them.
They are the oil thieves. Yes, I'm saying it. But why are they telling you people are stealing oil? That is so that you won't look for that money that they are stealing through subsidy. I saw a recent video on Channels TV that the guy is talking of oil theft in the Niger Delta. Bros, that is not our problem. Trust me, that is just distraction. What we've just stated is the real oil thief. The government itself. Stop distracting us.
Maybe it is government themselves that paid him to go and record that video now. Why not go and record the 500 tankers that are carrying oil out of Nigeria every day? Show us the road that those 500 tankers are stealing 38 million liters of fuel every day and passing through out of Nigeria. That is what we want to see, not the peanut stealing of crude oil in Niger Delta. This one, they are talking the one that has been refined, that they have imported into Nigeria and that people are diverting. You are going to show us the crude that they have not even exported to be refined yet. Is that the one that the government told you they are subsidizing? Is that the one you put in your own car? Show us the way the 500 tankers are passing every day out of Nigeria.
In all of these, there are people who don't care who becomes the next president of Nigeria. But this is what will continue if certain people win the next election. However, lest I forget, if you want to watch the full video of that Falana speech, if you are watching on YouTube, the link is in the description of this video. Sorry if you are watching on Facebook, I can't post it because it's a YouTube video and I don't want to violate Facebook guidelines. We can't overstress this matter.
Please vote wisely in 2023 so that our people will stop running to other countries where they are being marginalized.
If not for all this stealing and corruption, what will our people be going to other countries for if we were at the level of development that we ought to be? However, God has a plan for 2023 election. I'm sure some wicked people will not live to see the next election.